He saw his parents murdered before his eyes. In the belief that one person can make a difference, Bruce Wayne became the Batman. He became a legend.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the SaveState. My name is Landon. I've got Derek here, and today we are reviewing Legends of the Night, which is a documentary on Netflix right now. And how would you describe this movie?
So I would say this movie is kind of a documentary about how Batman has inspired people just throughout its lifetime.
Yeah.
It kind of talks about as Batman not as just a comic book character, but kind of as he's come out of the comic book and inspired other people and changed people's lives. And it's kind of an interesting take in multiple stories from different perspectives about how Batman has affected them.
Yeah, they kept referencing him as kind of in American mythos at this point. And,
yeah, definitely.
And it's really just a social commentary on how he can impact everybody's lives and how the impacts on a person's life and how they can turn around and affect everybody else.
An interesting thing someone said was at this point he is more recognizable, maybe not as recognizable as, say, a god or
not as like in other religions
but he is
the Beatles, but
that was it, Beatles or religious figures, but he is more recognizable than almost anyone else.
It's really unique. It's I fell in love with this documentary, especially the stories that were presented in here, and like you said, that it breaks it down to, I think there's like maybe 8 or 9 individual stories within here. What were some of the standout ones to you?
I say there's probably 3 standout ones for me. One stuck out most in particular though. Lenny was the guy that we saw in the viral video. He was in a Batman suit and got pulled over in his Lamborghini on the highway.
Because he didn't have an actual license plate.
He had a bat signal because he was in the Batmobile. He goes to children's hospitals dressed as Batman and is following him and showing him meeting some of the kids, and he works his butt off, and it was an awesome story.
Well, they said that it's because he does this all out of his own personal money. Like so his assistant said he spends somewhere around $30,000 to $40,000 every year
just going to children's hospitals.
And his goal is to hit every children's hospital in America.
Yeah,
just to go there and make kids happy. I mean, he's in the old, like, what looks like the
Adam West Batmobile.
He had an Adam West Batmobile, and he had a Lamborghini that was just painted black that kind of had some custom stuff on it. But he's wearing like the '89 Tim Burton style bat suit that just looks heavy and just hot and just full of leather. Ooh, man, I don't know if I could wear that for that long.
I know. It's a really cool story though. So the second story that stood out, not my favorite one, but there was a little kid named Kai who was diagnosed with leukemia when he was around 4 or 5, I think.
4 or 5, yeah.
And he beat it. And so, in celebration, the city of Arlington, where he lived, kind of hosted a Batman Day, where he dressed up as Batman, stopped the Joker, stopped the Riddler, and then they gave him the key to the city. And it was kind of a really cool.
Oh, it was really awesome.
Cool story.
It's inspirational. Like, it kind of makes you tear up thinking about the whole system. But it was cool because he worked with the police. The police like took him from place to place and helped him fight crime and stop the bad guys, and it was pretty cool.
But the one that stuck out most to me definitely was a kid named Pentaluma Batman, and it's basically a 19-year-old college kid, and what he has this ghetto rigged Batman suit that he throws together, and he just goes around town and just does good. He doesn't fight crime per se, but he just inspires good behavior in the youth. He'll go to every city event for charity. They showed him signing autographs and taking pictures for $2 each, and each one went to that local high school golf team. So pretty much anyone who needs fundraising, he will help you do fundraising, and he just goes out a few hours every week and just.
What was your favorite part of his actual outfit?
The Batman mask that came from Dark Knight Rises, or it was Dark Knight.
My favorite part was because he's wearing basically a child's cowl, right? And so to cover up the back of his head, he's using his old cape from when he was like 4 or 5. That was my favorite part. I was like, that's cool because he's making this direct tie to when he was a kid and what that meant to him. Petaluma Batman was the one that stood out the most to me. Yeah. Michael Uzlan was also a story. He's the guy that basically you can credit him for starting the serious comic book movie movement from '89. But his story and him talking about him growing up as a kid, falling in love with Batman, and what he's done for Batman, and his speech that he gave to the soldiers in Iraq was really, really inspirational, really well thought out. I thought his story was really, really good. But Pentaluma Batman was for sure the one that stood out to me the most.
Even some of his friends start dressing up as the Joker and the Penguin, and every night they'll find each other in the city and fight. Yeah. And it comes
to like a little stage play.
Yeah, it becomes a little event that everyone watches.
I wish there was something
really
like that
cool.
in town.
There's no way. It's too. Yeah, it couldn't happen here. The city's too big. But I mean, how they introduced him is a guy's daughter went missing, and he went to the police, and flyers were up around town before he even got done talking to the police. Right. And it was Pentaluma Batman that put up posters and like.
And the guy thought it was a joke at first.
Yeah, he thought it was
a joke. They're like, well, why are you here? And they're like, well, Batman sent us. And he's like, what? It's like, no, it really is Pentaluma Batman.
It shows that anyone can make a difference.
So would you recommend this documentary?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
It's not too long. It's probably an hour 15. There's parts that feel like it, like I think you said before, it drags a little bit here and there, but overall the cinematography behind it is fantastic. The story behind it is really, really good.
Really makes you appreciate Batman more.
Yeah. For real, yeah, it's fantastic, and it is focused primarily around Batman, but it's really just superheroes in general and what they can inspire you to do. But primarily focused on Batman because he's just a man, and what does that being just a mortal person and doing all the good that he can do? How does that inspire you? So let us know in the comments below. Does Batman inspire you to do any good? And are you going to go check out this documentary? And we'll keep doing more and more Netflix documentary reviews as they come out, and we'll see you guys next time.
Take it easy.